This is a video of recordings of Zoom calls between the vaccine injured. And by the way, React 19, I think I read, they've got something like 40,000 active members. They probably would have more if Facebook hadn't been shutting down their support groups, leading to suicides among those, lack of that support. But this is actually a note in terms of what this video describes here from Brianne Dressen. She writes, beginning in March 2021, seriously COVID-19 vaccine-injured patients were flown to NIH. Again, this is March 2021, the same time they were made aware of the fact that they were going to mask the safety signals using the algorithm. Vaccine-injured patients were flown to NIH headquarters for extensive testing and evaluation and treatment. Study participants, and I think there are about 23 of them. Study participants received credible diagnoses, including, quote, post-vaccination neuropathy. Again, they were diagnosed as vaccine injured. And specialized treatments the participants say saved their lives. They were incredibly grateful that the NIH, people like Dr. Nath, were paying attention to them and treating them and improving their severe injuries. That same month, NIH researchers began promising participants that the study and their injuries would be made public. And apparently the email where that promise was made was also copied to Peter Marks and acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock. The NIH then asked participants to remain quiet, say nothing, until they disclosed the study themselves. They complied. They feared if they were to go public, they'd lose the treatment, that all the thousands of other injured that were counting on them to be studied, to develop cures, wouldn't receive treatment either. So they stayed silent, holding on to the promise that help is coming for the many others nationwide. That study and the injuries were never disclosed to the public. They were lied to. And this video, again, read my report. Senator Bluma, I cannot believe you read my report based on your opening statement. Read my report. It is irrefutable. But the video is of Peter Marks, head of CBER, the man who was notified on March 1st, 2021, that the safety surveillance system that they were going to use to detect those rare and mild safety signals was invalid. It was going to mask those. It was going to hide those very safety signals. Again, 26 days later, a state-of-the-art system showed 25 safety signals, and I read how severe those adverse events were. But just listen to what Peter Marks, with the knowledge that he was treating vaccine injury, and they weren't mild injuries. These were life-threatening injuries. These were total disability type of injuries. So he knew it. He was treating them. He knew that his safety surveillance system was masking these signals. They lied to them. Listen to what Peter Marks had to say. This is about a minute-long video.
There is incredible BS out there about like thousands of people dying, etc. That just ain't true.
No one's denying that adverse events can occur. That doesn't mean that any given individual might not have had something related to the vaccine. I'm not denying anything. The issue is that the number of cases have not risen to a number that leads to a clear differentiation that it's a signal. There's not a clear signal. It just says that we don't have a signal. We continue to query the various databases. The large databases still have not seen a signal.
You couldn't really tell. You just couldn't tell whether there was a signal or not. It's something that's been reported, but not as something that is clearly vaccine related.
You guys know we exist. We know that you know that we exist, but the public doesn't think that you guys know that we exist.
That was Brianne Dressen at the very end there. Again, they were pleading with the officials at the FDA, NIH, that knew they were severely injured by the vaccine, counting on them to make that public, to study their results so that others could get treated. To this day, they have not done that.